Winning a game you shouldn't be playing is the fastest way to ruin your life. This girl killed the devil, but she had to become one to do it. The devil didn't die, he just found a younger, smarter body. This is how your talent becomes your tomb. Welcome back to the channel, D Billionz family. Today, we're diving into Jester 2. I'd like to wish everyone a great day. The movie opens at a Halloween party. Eric is trying to act cool to impress a girl, but he fails when a young guy pulls up in a fancy car and steals the spotlight. Feeling like a loser, Eric walks away into the dark forest path. That's where he finds a strange wooden box sitting on the ground. Suddenly, the Jester starts coming out of it. He's not a man in a costume, he's a demonic entity bound to a curse that forces him to trade human souls for his own survival. The Jester is in pain. He's desperately trying to pull a mask off his face, but it's stuck like it's his actual skin. He pulls so hard his face gets bruised and bloody. Instead of helping, the Jester follows Eric back to the party. He starts a trick, covering Eric with a large cloth. When he pulls it away, Eric is gone. The crowd claps, thinking it's a genius trick. Nearby, Eric's friend is blindfolded. She's trying to smash a surprise box with a bat. People tell her to stop, but she's too excited. She keeps hitting the box over and over. But wait, the Jester had swapped places. Eric was inside that box. By the time she stops, Eric is dead. Panic hits the party. People scream and run, while the Jester just walks away, laughing. Now we meet Max, our main character. She's a skilled magician but has no friends. She's at home getting ready for Halloween with her sister. Max wants to go perform magic for candy, but her mom tells her she's too grown up and needs to go make friends at a party. Her sister leaves, and Max, feeling lonely, takes her bicycle and rides into the night. On the other side of town, the Jester lures a passerby into what looks like a classic street magic trick. He handcuffs the man as part of the performance, but once the metal clicks, the game turns sinister. The man is shaking, he knows what's coming. The Jester pulls several handkerchiefs out of the man's mouth. Then, he pulls harder. A card comes out, but it's so sharp it tears the man's throat apart, killing him instantly. The Jester burns the card with a candle. Max arrives at a restaurant, but people mock her outfit. Suddenly, the Jester sits across from her. He starts a card trick, but Max is too smart. She interrupts and says, "I know what happens next." She takes the card and outsmarts him. This is the moment that changes the Jester's entire night. He gets frustrated and leaves. Max walks outside only to find a boy has punctured her bike tires. In a rage, she throws her hat in the trash and walks off. Later, the Jester is sleeping on a bench when three teens start pranking him. He gets up to show them a trick, but it fails. He guesses every card wrong. The kids laugh and call him a fool. The Jester loses it. He stabs two of them to death. The third girl runs away. He tries to burn his cards, but they won't catch fire. His magic is completely broken because Max outplayed him. Max visits her mentor, Kat. She's crying, wondering why people hate her. Kat tells her, real magic is inside you. It's about confidence. He shows her a wand and says in her hands, it's real power. Max pulls a small trick on him, regains her confidence, and heads home. She runs into the Jester again. Seeing she's lost her hat, he puts his own hat on her head. She tells him her problems. To cheer her up, the Jester finds the boy who punctured her tires and uses magic to make the boy's pants fall down in public. Everyone laughs, and the boy is humiliated. The Jester then takes Max trick-or-treating. At the first house, he makes Max do the trick. It works. The woman at the door laughs, but then the Jester waves his wand. The woman's skin stretches over her mouth and nose. She can't breathe. She suffocates and dies while Max watches in horror. This time, the Jester's card burns completely. He's happy again. Max tries to escape on her bike, but the Jester blocks her. She begs a man for help, but the Jester drops the man's daughter to the ground to distract him. Max has an asthma attack. The Jester snatches her inhaler away. She hides under a trash bin, but he hears her breathing and drags her out by her legs. He takes her back to Eric's party. Max sees Eric's dead body and freezes. She realizes the Jester isn't human. She uses a Ouija board to talk to him. The Jester speaks through Eric's corpse, telling her that death gave him a deal. Collect 4 souls every Halloween before the candle burns out, or he burns alive. But because Max outsmarted him at the restaurant, his magic is completely broken. The 2 teens he butchered on the bench didn't count. Death rejected their souls because the cards wouldn't burn. He is still short on his quota, and time is running out. He needs her to execute the remaining tricks. If she refuses, the curse passes to her anyway. Max pretends to agree but steals Eric's phone. She chooses the boy from earlier as the victim. He's sitting alone, looking sorry. He apologizes to Max, saying he only did it to look cool. Max decides to spare him, but the boy accidentally finishes the trick himself. The Jester appears. Max tells him not to hurt the boy. The boy tries to fight the Jester, but the Jester chokes him and shoves his hand down the boy's throat, killing him. Max pretends to vomit and runs away to call the police. The Jester follows her in a long coat. When the police arrive, Max points at him, screaming that he's the serial killer from the party. The officers recognize his description and slam the cuffs on him. The Jester is arrested, but he uses magic to swap the handcuffs onto the officer. He cuts off his own hands and kills the officer. Bullets don't hurt him because of his pact with death. Max runs and gets into a car with a man who says he'll help. But the man is a predator. The Jester appears, rips the man out of the car, and kills him. He then sees Max's inhaler is broken and actually shows a flash of concern. He scoops her up, triggers the fire station emergency alarm, and leaves her on the doorstep to be saved. The firefighters rush her inside and give her oxygen, but the moment she is stabilized, the Jester slips through the back door and slaughters the entire rescue team. Max hides under a truck, but he finds her and shows her the flickering candle. Time is running out. Max rushes home and hugs her mom, thinking it's the last time. She goes to her sister's room, but the Jester is there. He has killed her mother and is using the body like a puppet to speak. He says if Max doesn't finish the task, the sister is next. Max chooses the hotel waiter who mocked her earlier. They find him walking home. While doing the trick, Max sets a trap. This is the 1 billion IQ move from Max. She pulls a card from the Jester's pocket and says, "The last soul is yours." The Jester screams. His body starts burning from the inside because his time is up. In his final demonic rage, he grabs the waiter and uses his magic to brutally stretch the skin over his face, making his mouth completely vanish. Then he lunges forward and stabs Max in the leg. Max screams in agony but refuses to give up. Bleeding and weak, she pulls the knife from her flesh, crawls over to the suffocating waiter, and slices the trapped skin over his face so he can breathe again. The Jester tries to choke her one last time, but Max stabs him in the eye with his own magic wand. The Jester turns to ash. The police arrive. Max's mentor, Kat, finds her. She hugs him and whispers, "I did the trick." But then she says it, 4 tricks, 4 souls, every year. The Jester is gone, but the curse is alive. Max is the new Jester. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to support the channel. We break down movies every week. Wait, don't click off yet, just give me a minute. There are a few hidden details and takeaway in this movie you absolutely missed. Let's dive deeper. The Jester didn't kill Max. He waited for her to kill her own mercy. Most people think the tragedy is Max becoming a monster. The real tragedy is that she chose it. Sad truth, your greatest talent is a trap if you use it to please people who hate you. Max traded her soul to prove she was a real magician to people who didn't even like her. Never sacrifice your humanity to win a game that doesn't matter. If you become a monster to beat a monster, the monster still won. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell me your thoughts in the comment below. Stay sharp. I'm out.